Dave Bautista, the actor who plays Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, has already said goodbye to the character before Volume 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy has even come out. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much, much more. I'm your host Chris, and today we're going to dive into the spoiler that came from the actor himself. However, this really isn't the first time that Dave Bautista has admitted that he's about finished with the character Drax, but today he goes into further details, and when we couple this up with James Gunn and the things he said about the ending of the Guardians of the Galaxy in this, the third volume, we have a really good idea of, well, what's going to happen with Drax. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our other major movie and television news updates happening daily here on the channel. You can also follow me on my other socials, Instagram at ChrisMRosser and Twitter at TheCultureChris. Links to both of those are in the description down below.
Come on, Drax. Seriously, dude?
So yes, this hilarious scene coming from the trailer and others that were also included of Drax being his, well, blank-faced, not really understanding sarcasm or any type of gesture character has really defined Drax as a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And of course, Drax has defined Dave Bautista as an actor, as he, much like The Rock, has left the WWE scene in order to pursue an acting career. And in fact, Dave Bautista even touches on whether or not he followed The Rock, or what his plans were as he does dive into the world of acting. So first, I want to cover what he says specifically about Drax, and the ending of Drax in the Guardians of the Galaxy. He says, "I'm so grateful for Drax. I love him. But there's a relief that it's over. It wasn't all pleasant. It was hard playing that role. The makeup process was beating me down, and I just don't know if I want Drax to be my legacy. It's a silly performance, and I want to do more dramatic stuff."
Okay.
Now, there are a lot of different things we can discuss about Dave Bautista, about Drax, about this entire situation, but the one we need to cover first hits the nail on the head, which is, well, Drax and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 apparently isn't going to be continuing on. And when we top that with the information we have from James Gunn about this being his last Guardians film, how this is the end of the Guardians as he knows it, and the end of the trilogy that he originally sought out to create for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we know that some, if not most, of the Guardians of the Galaxy are going to die. In fact, this is something that James Gunn has been questioned about a lot recently, and we all know James Gunn is making the jump over to the DCU as co-president of the entire new project, the rebooting, everything that's going down. In fact, he's even writing a Superman movie right now that he's looking for somebody to direct. However, when asked specifically about the fate of the Guardians of the Galaxy, he says that not all of the Guardians will survive the movie. Now, we have a few guesses, Rocket being one of them, Drax very clearly being one of them, since Dave Bautista for a long time has talked about how he has completed his journey with the character. And then all of the other Guardians who we've come to know and love are also on the chopping block. Chris Pratt's Star-Lord, Gamora, Nebula, Groot could die again for all we know, and anybody else associated with the Guardians of the Galaxy, this could be the end of their journey. And you have to look at it as an exit on a highway. If Chris Pratt, for example, thinks he doesn't have what it takes to continue on playing the role, this is an opportunity for him to take that out. If Bradley Cooper thinks, well, I don't really want to voice Rocket Raccoon anymore, it was a really good ride, but I want to finish with the original cast and the story and James Gunn vision for this crew, so I'm going to take my out here as well. This is an exit and opportunity for people like Dave Bautista, as he's mentioned several times now, to finish an iconic role and to finish it in glory with potential death and an actual ending and closure. That's something like what we've seen with Captain America and Iron Man. They were playing these roles for a very, very long time, and there was an exit, and they took it, and it worked with the story, and maybe that was always the end game. See what I did there? However, it is an opportunity for these actors who are playing these legacy roles to take a little break. Now, Chris Pratt could be completely content playing Star-Lord and have many, many years left in him to continue on, and that could be the saving grace for Star-Lord moving forward. However, it's really up to James Gunn and the actor specifically who will stay and who will go, and a big question is who and what is what. However, Dave Bautista has prematurely, again, given us a major hint clue or straight out pretty much told us that Drax will meet his untimely end in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But perhaps it's not untimely. Perhaps we have gotten all of the funny jokes we can out of Drax, and his blank face comedy is no longer really that funny.
Are you yawning in the middle of this while I'm breaking it down? Huh? Did you hear what I said?
Stop listening after you said we need a plan.
And that's something else that Dave Bautista has touched on here, that the character wasn't that great to him. He didn't actually enjoy the jokes that Drax made or his funny goofy laughing, and this was one of the hard parts for Dave Bautista, apart from the makeup and the overall silliness that the Guardians of the Galaxy probably did portray. He even said in this quote he wants to do something more dramatic, or some more dramatic stuff, to quote him correctly. If you've seen the newest Netflix movie that has come out, Glass Onion, which is the continuation of Knives Out, you will have seen Dave Bautista doing some more fun, dramatic stuff. Now, this isn't the pinnacle of drama. He is still kind of comedic, and you very much see Drax in Dave Bautista. But that's one of the big questions is, do these WWE guys have what it takes to actually act? Or do they have one trick, one face, one character that they can play? The prime example for this is The Rock, who has pretty much The Rock mode. Yes, he's done a lot, and he is a fantastic actor. And I don't wish to speak ill of The Rock, because I actually really admire who he is as a person and what he's done with his entire life, his companies, and his acting career. But when you look at The Rock, he plays kind of the same character every single time, the bold-faced, confident, adventure muscle dude, and that's what he's managed to do up to this point in his career. And obviously, Dave Bautista, also coming from the WWE, he was asked by GQ recently what his thoughts were about following The Rock as a idol or as a blueprint for his career. And he actually responds with, "I never wanted to be the next Rock. I just wanted to be a good effing actor, a respected actor." So Dave Bautista has made his goals very, very clear. So if you are a fan of Drax, of Dave Bautista as an actor, as an individual, there is a large career here ahead for him as an actor. In fact, he's doubling down and wants to go even harder into it, playing some more dramatic and serious roles, which, like I mentioned, we kind of got to see in Glass Onion. He was actually one of the more fun characters to follow in Glass Onion, and I really, really loved that movie as a whole, because the Knives Out saga is something I'm very excited to watch moving forward. Now, Dave Bautista isn't a canon character in the sense that he will show up in every single movie. In fact, it's very likely we will only have seen him in this very one. But it is him testing the waters, trying out some more dramatic stuff, and expanding upon his acting career. Drax was a very important staple for him. He even talks about how when he found out he was going to play Drax, he had to pull over because he was crying so much from excitement. He was on his way to the gym, but he headed home instead to celebrate with his family. This was a life-changing opportunity for him, but he's ready to do something a little more serious and a little more intense. But long story short, if you weren't already, I would 100% expect A, the death of Drax, or B, the last performance of Drax we will be seeing with the Guardians of the Galaxy for a very long time, if not forever. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Are you alright with that? Have you come to terms with the end of Drax in the Guardians of the Galaxy? And what else would you like to see Dave Bautista go on to do? Let me know your thoughts, and thank you so much for watching to the very end of the video. I'll catch you guys all in the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.